What the fuck is that noise? Okay, it's over. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this week's edition of the Johnny Vegas Show. We're in week 10, a very important week here, so let's not dawdle. Here are this week's picks. Starting off, we have the Hangman going up against the Thunder. Now, on paper, this should be the marquee matchup. You have the first place teams in both the Central and the Global divisions facing each other in an epic contest. However, it is not. And I'll explain why. But first, my heartfelt congratulations to the Jamestown Thunder for being the first team invited to the party. That's very important, depending on the party, depending on the booze, and depending on the broads. The Thunder get the first pick and run of the board. And it is with that in mind that I am going to pick the Thunder this week by 14 points. Why 14 points? Because honestly, the Hangman proved last week that Peyton Manning is such a key to their team that without him, they cannot strive. Without him, they can only suffer. And they're going against a team that has done nothing but strive for 8 straight weeks. Thunder, 14 points, lock of the week. Up next, we have the Vandals going up against the Roughnecks. Now, on this one, I'm going to keep it very short and sweet. Roughnecks by 9. Why? Because this is the Vandals we're talking about. The Vandals. Yeah, good team. But where's been the effort all this week? They don't even really try, except during the playoffs. Up next, we have the Slaughterhouse going up against the Extractors. And I'll tell you what, of all the matchups I had to review this week, this is the one I had the least amount of fun watching. Why? Because I think outside the Vandals, these are two of the worst teams in the BPFFL. Really, I don't care that the Extractors have a great record and are second in the league. It's more along the lines of look at the division. It's not a pretty division. Okay, let me break this down to you guys in a manner you can all understand. The Extractors are a really, really ugly girl in a bar. However, the Slaughterhouse, with their rampant trading and loss of direction, are an even uglier girl. When under the influence of beer goggles, the ugly girl, when compared to an ugly, ugly girl, is a pretty girl. And that's all the Extractors are in this league, is a very pretty girl. Still, I'm going to give this to the Extractors 5 points. Next on the hit parade, we have the Snakektopus going up against the Terror. Now, I gotta give this one to the Terror. I know I was rough on you guys last week, but I'm gonna give it to you by the smallest of margins, 2 points. And the reason for that is a 5-game losing streak by the Terror is inconceivable. Inconceivable. If this team loses 5 in a row, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. So you damn well better win this one, Terror, and win it by 2. And last but not least, we have the Senators going up against the A-Holes in what I am considering the match of the week, possibly the match of the year. The reason being is the A-Holes are a pretty good organization, and let me tell you, they trick-or-treat like bosses. However, I've got to give this one to the Senators by 5 points. If it wasn't for the A-Holes being the opponent, I would have given them a lot more. Because the Senators' blow-up last week was nothing short of nuclear. Nuclear. It was a big damn boom. And this is not a team that's just going to have one big fluky boom. I think they're going to be causing trouble for their opponents from here to the end of the season. So Senators by 5. Well, that's about it. It's been an interesting series of picks, and I even got myself choked up along the way several times. I'm going to grab me a lozenge. See you all next week. Whee!
Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I see you.
Have a good week. Hello down there! Look out! Look out! See you next week.